The $1 billion morning routine. So, what are the morning routines of the billionaires of this world? A billionaire's life is characterized by mansions, cars, private jets, and unimaginable comfort and luxury. They're adored, recognized, and respected everywhere they go. Billionaires are role models of today to most people. We all desire to be like them. While we may not command the sets of skills, the IQ, or the talent that they possess, we can mimic how they live their everyday lives and get on the fast track to achieve success too. It is well known that morning plays a vital role in our day, and it sets the tone for the rest of it. So in this video, we will show you insights on morning habits of these much revered billionaires. While some of them wake up even before daybreak to fuel more time into their daily routines, some prefer prioritizing sleep, spending at least 1/3 of the 24-hour cycle. So let's dig deeper. 1. Elon Musk, the CEO of SpaceX and Tesla. Elon Musk is one of those superhumans who appears to be doing just fine, despite not getting your average 8 hours of sleep every night. Musk is known to have his own way of doing things, so it's not a big surprise that he only needs 5 hours of sleep. If you think 5 hours of sleep is not much and can be very detrimental to your health, Elon is known to work up to 120 hours a week in the initial period of his startup's development with hardly any sleep. And of course, his health was affected. Fortunately, Elon has now wised up from those days and understands the importance of sleep. He now tends to work 80 to 90 hours a week, and evidently this helps him gain more sleep. Elon Musk wakes up at 7 a.m. and spends the first half hour reading and responding to urgent and important emails, along with a cup of coffee. If you're a fan of breakfast, Elon's morning routine is not for you, as he is far too busy to eat breakfast. And only on the odd occasion, Elon will go out of his way to slow down and grab a quick cup of coffee. He drops his 5 boys to his private school on his way to work, and then work, and only work, of course, along with frequent 5-minute power naps. 2. Bill Gates, the co-founder of Microsoft Corporation. Gates wakes up at 7 a.m. after completing his 7 hours of sleep and begins his day with an hour exercise on a treadmill whilst watching videos related to education. Working on your body and enlightening your mind at the same time seems to be the perfect fusion for the billionaire, and maybe for us too. His body has seen uglier days when he used to rigorously work day and night, and with hardly any sleep in the early days of building Microsoft. Back then, he was often caught sleeping on his desk itself, and it seems he's now compensating for it. Gates also spends a lot of time reading newspapers whilst enjoying his favorite Cocoa Puff cereal for his breakfast. 3. Jeff Bezos, the founder and CEO of Amazon. Bezos wakes up naturally, somewhere around dawn, without an alarm, and trust me, that is probably the best way to wake up. He believes in resting his body for at least 8 hours per night. Bezos' day starts with scrolling down his phone in bed and then reading newspapers while sipping coffee. Now comes the best time, the breakfast. He has a healthy breakfast with his 4 kids at around 8 a.m., which he states is the most important part of his day. Of course, what can be better than spending some quality time with your family? Once done with the morning engagements, the onus now shifts to professional ones. Like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos also drops his children off at school on his way to the office. He's known to keep meetings before lunchtime, as Bezos believes that in the morning, people are more energetic, more productive, and that the IQ level is at its peak. 4. Warren Buffett, the chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. Buffett wakes up at around 6:45 a.m. and starts his day reading newspapers, probably the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times. Interestingly, his breakfast is the most uncommon amongst all the other billionaires. While some preferred healthy meals with high carbs and fats, his breakfast is McDonald's that he picks up at least 3 times a week on the short 5-minute drive to work, and his menu of choice depends on the stock market as his wife selects his breakfast. You see, Buffett's wife places either $2.61, $2.95, or $3.17 in his car cup holder, depending on the stock market, and that's the budget he has for his breakfast. Not a penny less, not a penny more. To most, must be an unhealthy routine, But Buffett has been on it for the last 54 years and he is 89 years old. Not bad, eh? The Oracle of Omaha gulps 5 cans of Coke daily and McDonald's being his favorite meals. He eats like a 6-year-old child. Thanks to a calculation which indicates that this age group has the lowest death rate, he also loves to exercise and spends 80% of his office time in reading. Truly the man who lives like a billionaire. 5. Mark Zuckerberg, the chairman and co-founder of Facebook. Zuckerberg satisfies his sleep a lot, bestowing approximately 7 to 8 hours for it. He wakes up at 8 o'clock and exhibits loyalty to his brand from the very first second of the new day, right from his bed. Studies show that around 69% of the world population checks their smartphones within the first 5 minutes of waking up, and Mark Zuckerberg stands no exception. And why not, after all? It's a win-win situation for the magnate. First, to check on the world news with the help of his own social application, and second, whether the software is working smoothly or not. He states he's not a morning person, although he hits the gym every day, followed by a shower, and finds time for a walk with his favorite pet, Beast, the dog, at least 3 times a day. Zuckerberg believes in spending less time in making small decisions that are not important and consumes whatever is available for breakfast without requesting much. Of course, when you earn more than $4,000 a minute, every single second is paramount. Then he leaves for his office where he spends the next 10 hours working on applications which in some way make our life meaningful. 6. Mukesh Ambani, the managing director of Reliance Industries Limited. He lives the longest day amongst all, waking up way earlier than others at 5 a.m. every morning. His day starts with exercise, hitting the gym and the swimming pool on the 2nd floor of his 27-story, $2 billion house Antilia. This is then followed by breakfast at 8 a.m. on the 19th floor of the skyscraper. He prefers heavy breakfast with papaya juice, and like every other billionaire on the list, a newspaper is a must. At 9:30 a.m., Mukesh gets himself ready for work, and like Mark Zuckerberg, he also tends to spend less time thinking what to wear and what not to. For years, we have seen Ambani in the same avatar, a simple white shirt with dark trousers. He leaves for the office at 10 a.m. but not before saying goodbye to his wife on the 16th floor and his kids on the 13th floor. Now, if I was in his place, I would have kept a personal assistant especially to remember the floor numbers. The elevator then takes him to the 3rd floor where his driver is waiting for him in a Mercedes Maybach. His $77 billion fortune recently helped him with a place in the top 5 richest in the world, but it's certainly not helping him to beat the heavy traffic of Mumbai. He touches the headquarters of Reliance by 11 a.m., where he thinks of only 2 things every billionaire does: how to earn more and where to spend more. That's it. There you have it, the morning routines of these 6 billionaires. The routines might be different and the execution might be different. Some of them wake up very early. Some skip breakfast, some have unhealthy breakfast. Some exercise while others prefer reading. But the aim is one: to make money, and after all, these are the 6 richest people on Earth. If you want to dig more about any of these super rich magnates, do let us know in the comments below, and do support us by liking and subscribing if you enjoyed the video.